All right, let's talk about the one component everyone forgets until something goes horribly wrong. I'm talking about the power supply unit, or PSU. Think of it as the heart of your entire computer system. It takes the raw, messy power from your wall outlet and carefully converts it into the clean, stable electricity that every single one of your precious components needs to live. Your super fast processor, your beefy graphics card, even the flashy RGB lights you spent a fortune on, they all depend on the PSU. Without a good one, you're just asking for trouble down the road. It's not just about getting power, it's about getting power. Now, you might be tempted to cheap out on this part. I see it all the time. People will drop $1,000 on a graphics card and then grab a $20 no-name power supply from a dusty shelf. Don't do it. Seriously, this is a terrible idea. A bad power supply can be inefficient, noisy, and worst of all, dangerous. In a best case scenario, it might just fail and you'll have to replace it. In a worst case scenario, it can take your entire system with it in a puff of smoke. A good power supply provides stable voltage, protecting your expensive parts from power surges and fluctuations. So, what makes a PSU good? It's not just about the wattage, though that's important too. You need to make sure you have enough juice to run everything, with a little bit of headroom for future upgrades. But beyond that, it comes down to build quality, reliability, and efficiency. A well-built unit uses better internal components like high-quality capacitors, which means it will last longer and perform more reliably under pressure. When you're in the middle of an intense gaming session or rendering a huge video file, the last thing you want is for your power source to give up on you. Investing in a quality power supply is one of the smartest decisions you can make when building or upgrading a PC. It's the foundation upon which your entire rig is built. It's like putting cheap, worn-out tires on a brand new sports car. You're just limiting its potential and risking a disaster. A reliable PSU from a reputable brand gives you peace of mind. You can push your system to its limits, knowing that it's receiving clean, consistent power. It's the unsung hero that works silently in the background, making sure everything else can shine as brightly as possible. When you start shopping for a power supply, one of the first things you'll notice is the size difference. The two main players in the game are ATX and SFF. ATX is the big guy, the standard size that has been around for ages. It's what you'll find in most traditional mid-tower and full-tower PC cases. These power supplies are larger, which means they have more room inside for bigger components, including a larger fan. This generally helps them run cooler and quieter, as the fan doesn't have to spin as fast to keep things from overheating. On the other side of the ring, we have SFF, which stands for Small Form Factor. As the name suggests, these power supplies are tiny. They are specifically designed to fit into the new wave of compact and mini ITX computer cases that have become incredibly popular. Building a powerful PC that can sit discreetly on your desk or in your entertainment center is now a reality, and SFF PSUs are the magic that makes it happen. To achieve this small size, engineers have to get very clever, packing all the same powerful technology into a much smaller box. This often means they use more compact and sometimes more expensive components. So, who should buy which? Well, it almost always comes down to the size of your computer case. If you have a standard mid-tower or a massive full-tower case with plenty of space, an ATX power supply is your go-to choice. They are more common, often a bit cheaper for the same wattage and efficiency rating, and the wider selection means you have tons of options to choose from. There's really no reason to cram a tiny SFF PSU into a big case unless you have a very specific reason for it. The ATX standard is the default for a reason. It just works for most people. But if you're building a compact PC, then an SFF power supply is not just an option, it's a necessity. Trying to fit a full-sized ATX PSU into a mini ITX case is like trying to park a bus in a motorcycle spot. It's just not going to happen. These SFF units are perfect for media group home theater PC setup with compact PC, SFF-based PC next to TV, and media center was stock distribute equally. Home theater PCs, portable gaming rigs you can take to a friend's house, or just minimalist desktop setups that save space. You might pay a small premium for the compact engineering, but being able to build a shoebox-sized computer that can still play the latest games is totally worth it. Okay, so you've picked a size ATX for your big rig or SFF for your tiny one. Now you'll see labels like 80 plus bronze, silver, gold, and even platinum or titanium. What does all that mean? This is the efficiency rating. In simple terms, it tells you how much of the power pulled from the wall outlet actually makes it to your computer components. No power supply is 100% efficient. Some energy is always lost as heat during the conversion process. An 80 plus rating guarantees that the PSU is at least 80% efficient at various load levels. The higher the metal, the better the efficiency. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine your PC needs 400 watts of power to run. A power supply with an 80% efficiency rating would have to pull 500 watts from the wall to deliver that 400 watts to your components. That extra 100 watts is just wasted as heat. Now, let's look at a gold-rated PSU, which is typically around 90% efficient. To deliver the same 400 watts, it would only need to pull about 444 watts from the wall. That's 56 watts less energy being wasted. This might not sound like a huge deal, but it adds up over time. So why should you care about this wasted heat? Two big reasons: your electricity bill and system temperature. A more efficient power supply wastes less energy, which means it will cost you less money to run your computer over its lifetime. If your PC is on 24/7, like a server or a machine you use for work and play, a gold or platinum PSU can actually pay for itself in electricity savings over a few years. The second reason is heat. The wasted energy is converted directly into heat inside the PSU. A more efficient unit runs cooler, which means its fan doesn't have to work as hard, making your whole computer quieter. For most people building a standard gaming or home office PC, a silver-rated PSU is a fantastic middle ground. It offers a noticeable step up in efficiency from the basic bronze models without the significant price jump that often comes with gold-rated units. It strikes a great balance between cost and performance, giving you good efficiency without breaking the bank. It's a solid, reliable choice for the average user who games for a few hours a day or uses their PC for everyday tasks. You get a quality product with tangible benefits over the entry-level options. So, after all that, how do you make the final decision? Let's bring it all together with some clear advice. First, figure out your case size. This is the easiest part. If you have a big or medium-sized tower, get an ATX power supply. If you're building in a tiny compact case, you need an SFF power supply. Don't overthink this step. Your case manual will tell you exactly what you need. This is the first and most important fork in the road, and it's a decision that is usually made for you by the case you've chosen for your build. Next, think about how you use your computer. Are you a casual user or a hardcore enthusiast? If you use your PC for a few hours a day for web browsing, some light gaming, and watching videos, a silver rated PSU is probably the sweet spot for you. It provides a great blend of efficiency and value. You're getting a reliable unit that won't waste a ton of power, but you're not paying the premium for top tier efficiency that you might not fully benefit from. It's the sensible, practical choice for the vast majority of PC builders out there. However, it makes sense to spend more on a gold-rated PSU in a few key situations. If you're building a high-end gaming rig with a power-hungry graphics card and processor, a gold PSU is a wise investment. These systems draw a lot of power, so the efficiency gains are much more significant. It will run cooler and quieter under load, and the higher quality components used in most gold units offer better stability for overclocking. Also, if your PC is going to be running 24/7 or for many hours every single day, the electricity savings from a gold PSU will add up, eventually offsetting the higher initial cost. To summarize, here's the game plan. Start with your case to determine if you need ATX or SFF. For most builds, a standard ATX is the way to go. Then assess your usage. For the average gamer or home user, a silver-rated PSU offers the best bang for your buck. It's a significant improvement over entry-level models without the high price tag. But if you're a power user, an overclocker, or someone whose PC is always on, step up to a gold-rated unit. Long-term benefits of lower heat, less noise, and energy savings make it a worthwhile investment for your high-performance machine.